They say when it rains, it pours. Is actually what I'm experiencing right now in my life. Like I told you that 2 months ago, my mother passed away. I go home for the first time after my mother's burial to see my family, especially my dad, because he's the one who's really not coping at the moment. When I get there, my little brother gets involved in a horrific car accident. That's why I've been away for the past 2 days, because I usually give you guys videos every day at 5 a.m. My super thanks are on. If you want to gift me, you can go below the video where it says subscribe, like on the far right. You click on three dots, so it will give you options. There is a dislike. Please don't click dislike. And there is but download. I can't remember what the others are, but then there's options. So the one that's got a dollar sign and says thanks, you click on that one and you can gift however you want to gift me. So I'll appreciate that. Those who have gifted me on my past video, Neo, I appreciate you. And the others, please, guys, thank you so much. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Matsidi Soyo. Hey, you are on Dear My Soul, and this is my story. Another story time, another sad news, but I'm hoping that it will get better. Guys, I don't like sharing bad news. Like, I hate that. You know, even when I'm going through a lot, I don't talk to people because I like to say I'm fine even when I'm not fine, you know, because I think my problems are my problems, but I should always give good energy to people out there. But 2026, it has showed me that um, I have to accept that I'm going through a lot. I have to accept that, you know, bad things happen to people, and sometimes you need to share what is bothering you in order to heal. It's part of my healing journey, but then I never thought that I'll come here again to share bad news. I thought I'm done, you know. I know I haven't healed, I'm going through it. Here and there, I'll talk about my mother and all, but I want to close the chapter where I talk about sad things and I cry. I don't want that anymore. But life is life in me. It's forcing me to do that. Guys, on Friday, my sister and I and our daughters, we decided to go home and see our dad because it's been 2 months since we left home after my mother's passing. We arrived there Friday evening, and I wanted to see my younger brother. My younger brother is not really my biological brother, but we lived with him ever since he was 2 years old. He's actually my auntie's son. She actually had him when she was very young, and she left him with my grandmother. That is my mother's mother. So now my mom decided to take him. My grandmother was getting old, and then she decided to take him to come and live with us. So he has been living with us since the age of 2. So he is our brother. My parents have actually adopted him. So he is our brother. Friday, I get home and I had actually packed, there was this particular tracksuit that he wanted from me. Every time he will say, I want this tracksuit when he saw it on me. And that tracksuit was actually bigger. But because I also loved it so much, I didn't want to give it to him. And then I decided this time around, I'm going to let go of this tracksuit and I'm going to give it to my brother. And like I took some of the stuff that he likes from my old job, because he is that person. Every time he comes, he will look at, do you still like this? Do you still like this? Still like that? He will take things from you like that. Even your phone, he will say, I'm taking this phone, you go buy another one. So now there was a funeral close by. So he was there on the Friday night, you know how and then he said, no, it's fine, I'll pass by. Because he's got his own house that is not far from my parents' house. So he arrived and we sat with him. I gave him that tracksuit. He was quite excited with it, and some of the things also that I bought for him. Because I just told myself that I have to see him today. Because I think he arrived around 8 o'clock. Yeah, because we even sat and we watched football. We watched the World Cup. After the match, he left. And he told us that I won't be able to go to the funeral tomorrow because they called me and they said I have to be at work. I normally don't work on weekends, but this time around they just called me and they said I must be at work tomorrow. So I'll go. He hasn't been working there for the longest time because he works for the local government. It's actually less than a month. I think he hasn't even received his first salary. So now, in the morning, we don't see him. He goes to work. We just know that he's at work. So in the afternoon, we decide to go to the burial site to visit my mother's grave. That was me, my three sisters, my twin sister, and my two younger sisters, and my dad. When we are busy there, we receive a call from one of our cousins who's very close to him. And then he says, there has been a very, very bad accident, and my brother is involved in that accident. And sadly, 8 people have died, and only 5 people survived from that accident, and he's one of them. Guys, yo, with what we are going through right now, we are not expecting such news, because my younger brother is the one who's closer to my dad, because us, we are far away, we don't live at home, and he's the one who lives at home, and he does things with my dad, and my parents are into farming and all, because he has taken over from my mom's responsibilities in terms of the farming things. He helps my dad with such things, and we sat down with him and we say we need to continue what my mom and my dad have been doing, and make sure that you encourage my dad so that you guys continue with this work. And he actually loves it, so they are close like that. So now when we receive this news, we are devastated, guys. That was right after being at my mother's grave. We had just finished with what we are doing there, and emotions up and down, but this time around it felt like, okay, we have spoken to our mother, we are fine. It's like she has had us, now we are happy, the mood is high. We spoke to our mother and she had us. Now we received this news, no, the hospital, and been transferred to the bigger hospital. And we become devastated again. No ways. It can't be this. And then we want to know, how bad are the injuries? What's going on? And we're just told that he broke his 2 legs. And then it looks like there's some internal bleeding. That's why he's been transferred to the bigger hospital. And then we rush back home, but there is nothing we can do. And then they are telling us that we can only see him on Monday. That was Saturday. And we're supposed to come back on Sunday. Now we have to delay our trip, because now on Monday we have to go to the hospital to see him. Guys, at least we called him. By God's grace, his phone was still working, even though the screen is like messed up. He just answers, and he cannot make phone calls because the screen is not working. And we can hear that he's talking, because we all try to call him. I'll call, my other sister will call 30 minutes just to check if it will be the time we'll be able to answer the phone. My dad called Sunday morning. He was able to pick up. And then my dad gave the phone to me. You know the way he speaks, because my brother is very energetic. You know, that person who's always in high spirit when he talks. But now the way he was talking is difficult. Like, he's struggling to breathe. And then on Monday, when we get there, we see him. Indeed, he has broken 2 legs. And then when I saw those legs on the picture, whew, guys, like broken. Like, so we get there and we spoke to the doctors, but he's still talking. And he told us that he saw everything that they've been doing to him, which is very encouraging. Well, okay, at least this person, because they did the head scan, because so we asking, well, what's going on? They say, no, it's just the injury on the scalp. It's not deep. So the brain is not affected, nothing on the head is affected. Even his face, like he doesn't look like someone who just came out of an accident. The face is still intact, not even a scratch on his face. Yeah, so it's the legs, and then his bladder kind of ruptured, and that's where there was internal bleeding. And um, those doctors, I respect them because it looks like they know what they are doing. They checked him thoroughly because they told us everything. They answered all our questions. So right now he's in hospital, and we are praying for him. We are praying for my brother. Out of all of this, we thank God for his life. I don't know, at that time, I didn't know if I should say my brother is lucky or what, because 9 lives gone just like that. People who are here right next to him, and he survived this, him and the other 3 guys. So Ntate Modimo ha dumela ka yena, and his ancestors also protected him. They said, no, not now, it's not your time. And it's not the first time this happens to my brother. There's a time where he got an accident with one guy. It was just the 2 of them in the car. The guy was driving. It was a bad accident also, because that guy passed away, but my brother came out not even with a scratch. So he's a very lucky person. When people die around him, he's always, he comes out alive. And then when it comes to these accidents, it's not okay, because it brings trauma to him as well. So you can just imagine, Hore, you spend the whole day with this person, you go home, there's an accident, this person passes on, and you're alive. It's traumatic. And even now, also, your colleagues, because it was a work trip, 9 people die, and you survive. It's traumatic. Like, thinking of all of those things. But I know him. I know he's a very strong person mentally, and he is a very happy person. He's very bubbly and very happy. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you guys, Hore. Keep us in your prayers, because we're praying for my brother to be okay. But the doctors, they said he's out of danger. But I don't like when they say for now, because they kept saying for now, he's out of danger. But even myself, when I looked at him, he looks like he's out of danger, because he can talk. He's not in ICU. The things that he says, it's just that life is going to be very difficult after this, because if you have injured your 2 legs, like, the person who's used to doing things by himself, so life is going to be a bit harder, but he will be fine. I know, and I trust in God, and I believe, and I know that Badimu ba rona le bona, they are looking down on him, and he is going to be okay, and he's going to stand up again and walk on his 2 feet, and he will be fine. His lungs also, they were affected. They said it's because of trauma. So there was this big thing that I put on his lungs, so he's breathing through that. But then they said it's nothing hectic. Everything that happened is repairable. Yeah, there's nothing that is beyond repair. Yeah, but being in hospital is not a good thing, and experiencing such a traumatic incident is not a good thing. Be with us with your prayers and everything. So yeah. What else I wanted to say? Okay, I wanted to say, guys, yo, abantu bayakhuluma la ngaphandle, just because we have just lost our mother, I will say we're still grieving. Really sififing, So these people from my brother's work, on Sunday, they came to visit us. I think the whole office, guys, more than 20 people. Was it even 20? Because now I'm trying to close my eyes and think of 20 people just to come and say, I think the other thing was also to say, yeah, we are responsible. We know he was at work. we'll take it further from here. Yeah, we're still gonna see how it goes, but then right now we're just focusing on my brother's health. He needs to be okay, because in the village they see this group of people coming in our house, and now they come wanting to know what's going. You can see that they were expecting to hear there's another person who has died in this home. I was quite shocked of this Ndate Moholo, who has never been in a yard, but I saw him during the funeral, and I was like, okay, this person does come here actually, but he came during the funeral. Um, I didn't care much about it, you know. But now when he comes after that group of people left, I'll even ask my dad, Hore, does he come here now? Or he comes because my mom is not here? Maybe the person he had a problem with was my mom. So now that my mother is no more, he comes here. And my dad was like, no, he actually came because he wanted to verify the news. Maybe they thought somebody else has died, because even the way they were talking, who's that? Who's that? You can see that these people were expecting us to say he has died, because there were people who were even lying, saying that he has actually died. No, he's alive. He's not dead, he's alive, and he's gonna be okay. This thing triggers me, because this Ntate Moholo never used to come here. I saw him during my mom's funeral, and now he comes again with high spirit, wanting to know now what's happening, who, what. Like, guy, he was expecting us to say somebody else has died in this home, so that they can say, bayahamba kancane kancane, bayahamba bonke. Guys, we're still gonna leave. Sisazophila kineti. We are defeated. Vele, we are in pain. We are defeated. We have lost. Losing our mother means we have lost yonke into. Whoever was wishing us bad has won. Like, I would say that. But then we're still gonna leave. We're gonna leave. Even my brother is coming back, and he's gonna leave, and he's gonna continue being that bubbly, happy person again. We are going to be fine. We will be okay. So no one has died again in our home. He's still alive. We thank God. We thank our ancestors for that. But we are alive. All of us, we are alive now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm trying to give you 2 videos in a day, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that, because the video that you guys received on Monday, I actually recorded it on Thursday, making sure that on Monday there was a video, because I thought I was going to come back on Sunday and be able to record on Monday for Tuesday. So now I came back on Tuesday. Oh, there was no video on Tuesday and Wednesday, which is today, because you were supposed to get a video at 5 a.m. But I'll make sure that I edit this one and you receive it today, so that tomorrow you receive another video normally 5 a.m. I love you so much, and I appreciate you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.